Now from the north shore of the Allegheny River, there's a beautiful look at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Colorado Rockies and the Pittsburgh Pirates. McCutchen and Arenado lead their teams, and it's coming up next. Irvin Santana will be on the mound for the series opener. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, Matty, you take a look at that whip right there. Excellent. Just allowing a bit over a base runner per inning. We'll see if he can continue that here in this one.
DJ LeMahieu heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball 1. Eric, we look at this Pirate ball club as they enter play here tonight. They'll look to make it 3 straight here as they come in on the heels of 2 straight wins.
And in terms of the homestand, they've won 2 and lost 2. So not much to say about that, except you hate to give away games at home. You'd like to see a little more consistent effort going forward.
Santana steps into the windup, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Harrison has it. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. And a moment now to peek at the Rockies starting lineup. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
I think you really have to be patient in this one. Work the count, take some pitches, and then put the ball in play. I think you're going to have to try to manufacture runs 1 base hit at a time.
Charlie Blackmon will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, guys, he's really been scuffling lately, hitting under 250 over his last 10 games. So he's going to be looking to turn this thing around sometime soon.
Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, Earl is a well-liked umpire all-around baseball by both pitchers and hitters. The reason for that, he's consistent, and his zone is kind of what you hope for.
And that'll find its way into right field for a 1-out single.
Batting third baseman
Nolan Arenado will stand in now. Certainly a dangerous hitter as he ranks number 2 in the National League in home runs.
And near the top of the league in slugging. So that means he's doing a lot more than just hitting the ball out of the yard. He's also getting a lot of extra base hits.
And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0. And on cue, here are the National League home run leaders I referred to a moment ago. 1-0 pitch on the way. Grounded down the third baseline. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Well, he's generally pretty sure-handed down there, and this is a bad time for his glove to let him down because I think they had a good shot at 2, but they wind up with none.
Carlos Gonzalez will stand in here. Currently 6th in the National League in RBIs, but with a good chance to pad that total here.
And that's really what you want from your corner outfielders. Not every guy fits that mold, but you got to love having a guy you can just stick out there and then just let him mash when he comes to the plate.
Here's the first pitch to him. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. And speaking of the NL RBI leaders, there they are on your screen. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And he misses with it, 1-1. Now this is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get 2. To second for 1. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
Boy, and this would have been a really costly double play, but fortunately he's hustling all the way down the line, and he's able to beat that throw on the back end.
Ryan Rayburn will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. Trying to escape unscathed here in the first. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Well, he's having some problems here with location. He's got 2 on already here in the first, and that last pitch right down the middle.
1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
He got him. And exhale as he's out of the jam, and the inning is over. 2 left for Colorado. Now the Pirates will get their first opportunity. No score. Tyler Matzik gets the call for game 1 of the series. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, if you take a look at that whip, you can see he's been struggling all year long. A lot of base runners.
John Jaso comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Pirates, first baseman, John Jaso.
Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1. EK, as we take a look at the Rockies starting play here tonight, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
And that last win gets them a step closer to the 500 mark. They can actually reach 500 if they can pull this one out.
And he misses again, 2-0.
Well, he almost hit him on the last pitch, and he's showing he doesn't care. He's coming right back inside.
Three and 0 now.
Now that he's worked it to 3-0, he's got a couple of free pitches here to pick out one he really likes.
And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
And remember, he's coming off a loss in his last start. So if he keeps doing things like walking the leadoff guy, he'll be in trouble here too.
Josh Harrison will stand in, and as you can see, his home and road splits there. He's been a much better hitter away from home. He's set. Here it comes. Lays off 1-0.
Just because he's thrown 5 straight balls doesn't make this an automatic take, especially if for a guy in this part of the lineup.
In for a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, I don't think you want to come in throwing a lot of high changeups. That's a pitch he's going to have to get lower in the strike zone.
Nobody out, runner on first. Skied into straightaway right. Gonzalez giving chase. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. And here's how Clint Hurdle set his Pirates lineup for this one. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Well, Matt, one guy that's always worth the price of admission, Andrew McCutchen. He is such a clutch hitter for this ball club. His average with runners in scoring position is up over 400 on the year, so expect him to cash in if he gets a chance. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ripped down the first base line.
Oh, what a stop on the slide. Throw on to second, so they'll get the lead man, and that's all.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just one at second.
Here's Gregory Polanco. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He'll check in here at 256. 5 homers, 13 RBIs. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Just getting deeper and deeper into trouble here in the first inning. He's walked one guy already. Now he's fallen behind another guy here.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Here it is. And he misses badly with a fastball here, and it's 3-1 now.
Is he worrying too much about that guy on first?
I think he might be. Guys worry so much about the stolen base, but they don't realize that a walk is 10 times worse.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Pirates leave one. After one, no score. Ben Paulson will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game.
Come on, you look at the numbers on this guy, and you have to wonder, why does he continue to be in the lineup? He's got one hit in his last 10 games. Come on.
Santana looks in. Here's the 0-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The 0-2 delivery. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Stewart finds it, and the throw is there to record the first out. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Into the box, Nick Hundley. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. No score here as we play inning number 2. On the ground to the left side. Gung is there. Throw to first, and Santana's got it working here. 2 quick outs.
And I just think this is one of those swings where you just get committed a little bit too early. By the time he realized this thing was going to break out of the strike zone, it was just a little too late to hold back.
Daniel Descalzo into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Into the windup and the pitch. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Mercer is there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So very nice work there by Santana. Still 0-0. Jung-Ho Kang will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night.
Jung-Ho Kang.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And he makes the throw to first. Kang is retired, and there's one away. With a moment now, let's bring in a look at how the Rockies will line up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this is one of the better defenses in all of the league. Very few clubs commit fewer errors than this one. I expect them to be sound in this game.
Ready now, Jordy Mercer, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Bottom of the second here with no score. And he falls behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Yeah, and this is something he'll figure out as time goes along. It's not how hard you throw. It's how well you can disrupt a hitter's timing. Growing up, guys are used to just blowing the ball by hitters, but once you get to this level, it doesn't always work out that way.
Sean Rodriguez takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. First pitch on its way. Down on the shins and missed with it. Ball 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. One and one, here it is. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. to 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with 1 out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
Ready now with the payoff pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Yeah, and this has been the big concern with this guy over the last couple seasons. He's prone to getting hurt by the base on balls. Already that's 2 walks here in the early going, and that's something that he's going to need to get a handle on pretty quick.
Chris Stewart will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. First delivery to him on the way. And here's a ball hit in the air. Gonzalez on the move. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Here's the 0-1. 1-1.
Yeah, he didn't seem to do him any favors with the previous batter, and now here's another call that goes against him on the mound.
Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. One and 2, here it comes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, he won't come within a foot of it.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Oh, he just about found the back door with that one. Just maybe an inch or 2 away.
And he misses again, ball 4, and that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
Now this is going to be a short outing if walks continue to be a problem. I mean, that's 2 already here in the second inning.
Irvin Santana steps into the box now, and he does so in what feels like what will be an important moment in this one. Bases loaded, high score.
Yeah, guys, and it's always nice to play with that early lead, so we'll see if he can get it done right here.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Gonzalez has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner.
Up next for Pittsburgh, first baseman, Sean Jaso.
John Jaso will stand in for a second time. He drew a base on balls to lead off the home first.
Now, I'm not so sure they were even trying to pitch to him. It'll be interesting to see how they approach him here.
Here comes the first pitch. And this pitch is up and in as he backs away. It's ball 1.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Not close. It's 2-0. Another 2-0 count here to begin an at-bat.
Once or twice is a pattern. More than that is a trend. And he's just not going to have much success if he keeps falling behind every hitter.
Two and 0 count. Here it comes. Called a strike there. 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Line toward the alley in left center. And that's in there. Base hit. 1 run scores. The relay throw, and he is in there.
These are the backbreakers early on. You got 2 outs, you got a chance to get out of it, and now all of a sudden 2 runs are in, and they've got a decent chance here to pick up a third.
Josh Harrison gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Lifted in the air out to right. Gonzalez has it in his tracks. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. Tyler Matzik set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
And a high strike there. 0-1.
0-1.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Santana gets the sign. Here's the 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Well, that's a pitch right there that you've got to lay off. You know he's going to throw it on an 0-2, and that's a good job of pitch recognition right there.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Well, it's always nice to get the inning started against the pitcher, and he sets him down easily for the first out of the third.
DJ LeMahieu.
DJ LeMahieu will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
Here's a good fastball that time as Santana jumps ahead, 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And he will recover in time to get it over to first. Nicely done there as they record the second out.
Well, the key on that play, do not panic. You've got the luxury of time that maybe you don't have at short or third, and he's able to regather this ball and make the play at first.
Charlie Blackmon is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
And fellas, that's still their only hit in the game so far. They've been pretty well shut down.
Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Change up low, 2-0. And this one's over at the knees, 2-1. Swing and a liner, but foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lifted in the air out towards left center. McCutchen on the move. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And this will get all the way out to the 4-10 sign now. Oh, and he runs right through the stop sign. And he's going to get all the way around the bases. And, folks, you won't see too many of those in a given year. It's an inside-the-park home run.
Oh, those are fun to watch, especially sitting up here. We had a great view of this one, and you could see it developing pretty much right from the moment he touched first base. He's able to make it all the way around to score on the inside-the-park home run. Somebody get that guy some oxygen.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
Hit hard to short. Taken in by Mercer. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But not before the lone hit in the inning. The solo home run makes this a 1-run ball game. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Bucks out in front, 2-1. Andrew McCutchen digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Center fielder, Andrew McCutchen.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't going to help.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to the leadoff man here in the home third. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Gonzalez coming on. Oh, and a great diving catch for the first out.
Oh, this is just a very tough play here in the outfield. A lot of times you're going to see the ground jar the ball loose, but he looks this one in all the way, lays out, and winds up hanging on to the ball.
Here's Gregory Polanco. Yes, he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. LeMahieu with a great stop. Got him.
Woo, no problem.
Now batting.
So an excellent play at second base for a team that's done well defensively all year as we take a look at the league leaderboard in terms of team fielding percentage.
Yeah, Matt, so far this season, they rank in the top 5, actually 4th in the National League. So defensively, they're really pretty solid. It's something they work on continuously, and fundamentally, they're pretty sound.
Jung Ho Kang is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Line softly toward the hole, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned a corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jordy Mercer. He reached on a single in his first try. From the stretch. Into the seats, 0-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Line drive to center field. In there, a base hit. The relay, but too late, and he's safe at third.
Yeah, sometimes after 2 outs, you can let your guard down out there on the mound. But all of a sudden, back-to-back hits have given him a bit of a wake-up call here.
Sean Rodriguez stands in with runners at the corners now, looking for a third straight 2-out hit and a run in the inning.
And Matt, this inning didn't look like it was going anywhere, but they didn't give up on it. And then all of a sudden you look up and they've got a great chance to push across a run.
Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball and he gets ahead.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. Around third and being waved on home. And he will score as well. And the lead goes up to 3 now. It's 4-1.
Say what you want about these guys, but they find a way to win ball games. And here's just another example of big at-bat as he drives in 2 with a 2-out double.
Stepping in now, Chris Stewart. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1.
Feels like he's kind of relied a little too much on that fastball.
And it's gotten him into trouble. I think guys have just gone up there looking for it, and usually they wind up getting it.
Back to the mound and off his leg. Unable to recover. He's safe at first, and now the attention turns back to the guy on the mound.
Boy, this one might be a case of adding injury to insult. It hasn't been his finest performance so far, and now this one shot right back at him at the mound. No time to get out of the way, and that's going to sting for quite a while.
Into the box now, Irvin Santana, as he swings at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to left field. Rayburn is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. 3 innings complete. It's the Pirates 4 and the Rockies 1. Leading off the inning, Carlos Gonzalez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Good movement there on the fastball as Santana gets ahead 0-1.
Well, anytime you throw a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters you're facing, you're looking for trouble, but not so in this game. We're in the middle innings here, and he's still pitching well.
Fastball called for strike 2. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Well, here it is again. Look at him just bury this one right at the letters. And you can see it. He got him to pull off the swing a bit and just pop it straight up.
Standing in now, Ryan Rayburn. As he'll swing at the first pitch and send one on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
First baseman number 10, Ben Paulson.
Ben Paulson in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
And they froze him on a changeup, if I recall correctly.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. 4-1 our score as we play inning number 4. And there's ball 1. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. To 2-2 now. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full. 3-2. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Just the first walk he's given up here so far to go along with just the 2 hits. So he's been pretty well in command throughout this entire start.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring in the right-handed hitting catcher, Nick Hundley. Santana comes set. Here's the first pitch. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Line to the right side. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Rockies strand 1. They trail it 4-1. John Jaso is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
You know, pitching coaches preach throwing first pitch strikes, and he's done that around 70% of the time today. So that's one of the reasons he's not doing well.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Gonzalez moving to his left. 1 away.
Boy, that's the kind of play where you take your hat off and you wipe the sweat off your brow, even if it's cold outside. This guy's getting hammered right now. He better figure out something quick.
Josh Harrison will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Gotta say, they've done a pretty nice job laying off that tough changeup.
And I think you have to give some credit to that hitting coach. He's tried to tell him, that pitch is not going to be a strike. You got to wait and make him bring something up in the zone.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. High in the air out to center field. Blackman is under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, they took him up the ladder right there with the fastball, and he actually did a pretty good job to get wood on it at all. But it's still an easy play out there in center field.
Andrew McCutchen stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. First offering on its way. First pitch curveball runs in a bit too tight. It's ball 1.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1.
But this is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Rayburn sprinting after it, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Now batting, left fielder, Gregory Polanco.
Gregory Polanco will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Descalzo is there for it, and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Daniel Descalzo heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the 1st out. So yet another strong outing for him tonight as we show you the league leaders in ERA.
And he's right in there among the National League leaders. 5th best at the moment. And when you're pitching as well as he is, the scoreless innings just seem to stack up. He's got another good outing going here.
Tyler Matzik comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game because right now they just seem out of it.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
And a minimum effort at bat that time as the pitch is taken for a strike 3 call. Then he'll go back to focusing on pitching instead. 2 away now.
Well, a little surprising you wouldn't pull the trigger on that one right there. This isn't anything fancy. Just a right over the top 4-seam fastball. Absolutely frozen.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, as he'll take a look at ball one.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Santana's ready. 1-1 pitch on its way. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. Fifth inning here in a 4-1 ball game. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Hit hard on the ground to second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Rockies, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Jung Ho Gong comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the fifth.
Third baseman, Jung Ho.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that's in there for strike one.
Well, this start's been a real bear for him so far. You see the pitch count here to start the fifth. That has to be a concern.
And a curveball that he didn't get on top of there. It's 1-1. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Breaking ball there is down. Good job of laying off. It's back to 2-2.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Blackman has a read on it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, shortstop, Jordy Mercer.
Striding into the box, Jordy Mercer. He singled his last time up. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. 4 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error in the contest for the Pirates so far. That's taken now, and it's 2-0 to the Pirates shortstop.
He just keeps getting himself into trouble out there. Here's another guy that you've got to make swing the bat.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. Takes this the other way to right. And again, he's got himself a base hit. Make it 3 for 3.
He's well on his way to a nice series now. 3rd hit so far tonight. These guys are going to need his production here, so a welcome sight indeed.
Now you see the Colorado skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. Adam Ottavino is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Sean Rodriguez will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and one away.
Well, he's done some pretty good damage in clutch situations with 2 RBIs in this game already.
And that's swung on and missed for strike 1.
Yeah, when that's upstairs like that, that's a pitch you've got to leave alone and make him bring something down.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And that misses 2-2.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Well, we showed you his numbers a minute ago. It's still early in the season to be worrying too much, but he's definitely off to a slow start. So he's going to need to string together a few good outings to lower that ERA a little bit.
Chris Stewart stands in. He's set, and the pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2.
Down 0-2 after 2 great sliders. He's got his work cut out for him now.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1 left for Pittsburgh as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Charlie Blackmon will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
Here's Santana right back at it now as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man. It's 0-1. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
1-1.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1.
He's come at him with all off-speed stuff so far, but if I'm at the plate, if I'm hitting, I'm thinking he's going to have to throw a fastball here sooner or later.
Three and one now.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Line towards center field. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. Now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
Nolan Arenado will step in. A ground-out victim his last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Lifted into the air out toward center field. McCutchen is under it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 5, Carlos Gonzalez.
Settling in now, Carlos Gonzalez. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
The next pitch will be number 74 for Santana here tonight. 2-0.
No,
this is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Pulled toward right center field. Rodriguez moves over. 2 gone.
Yeah, a dangerous pitch right there. 2-0 to a middle of the order guy, and he gets away with it and gets him to lift an easy fly ball.
Ryan Rayburn will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3-4-5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. And the run will score all the way from first. It's now a 4-2 game.
Well, I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up hacking. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for 2 bases.
And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He's at second with his 4th double here on the season. 2 runs, 4 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Rockies do get a run in the inning on this RBI double. On to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Pirates 4 and the Rockies 2. Irvin Santana indeed will bat for himself here with his guys up by 2 here in inning number 6.
Well, I think this is the right move right here, Matt. He's throwing the ball well, and, you know, maybe he can do something at the plate, too.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
And you can tell by the way these guys are swinging. They're just not picking the ball up very well. A lot of late swings. Pitches are getting on these guys quick.
And that indeed is a pitcher up there, as he's not even close at that one and becomes out number 1.
Hard to do much better than this. I mean, here are the only 3 batters he's faced since coming on. Strikeout, strikeout, and strikeout. Boy, that is flat dealing there.
Here's John Jaso now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
We're in the 6th inning now of a 4-2 ball game. That evens it up 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
Josh Harrison will stand in. He flew out his last time up. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Rayburn racing back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double.
You know, I wasn't quite sure where this ball was going to come down. You can see he just drives this one up into the night sky. During the daytime, maybe it's out of here, but at night, this one's going to bounce off the base of the wall, and he's able to cruise into second with a well-hit double.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first-pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. Hard hit towards center. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Pirates leave 1. But they still lead this one 4-2. Back here in Pittsburgh, it's on to the 7th inning with the Pirates leading in this one. But before the inning gets underway, let's check out the game summary to this point. Nick Hundley is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
Now here's the pitch. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that 2-seamer to right-handed hitters. Make sure that pitch gets inside instead of staying out over the plate. That one ran just a little too much to catch the corner.
Hit slowly back to the mound. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
And there you get a look at his pitches by inning. You can see the count. He's at 83 for the ball game. Not a huge concern just yet, but he's starting to get up there.
Daniel Descalzo will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. 7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
changes up on him if that's in the dirt for a ball.
And the one thing this guy will do, he won't give away at-bats. He may not be the most talented guy on the field, but he'll grind you up there.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game because those could be fatal.
Bases are empty, one man out. And a full count now, 3-2.
And that pitch count is 88 now, but to me, he looks good to go.
And this misses here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's issued here into his 7th inning of work.
That's an easy take right there on the 3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead, now he's on with one away.
Number 27 will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Now here's Clint Hurdle out of the Pittsburgh dugout on his way to the mound. And it appears a change is on its way, as that'll do it for Irvin Santana. So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left to board, but he cannot lose this one. Felipe Rivero will come on and pitch here with one gone in the top of the 7th.
Number 73, Felipe Rivero.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Surprised that there's no pinch hitter here?
Shocked is more the word for me. You're losing, but you're letting a reliever hit? I just don't get it.
Bat splinters as this is on the ground to first base. One there, on to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Boy, that's just excellent concentration right there. You know, a lot of guys will try to put one eye on the bat and one eye on the ball, but he was determined to get that lead man, and a good throw gets it done.
DJ LeMahieu will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Here comes the 0-1. Left side. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. One left for Colorado. Still down by a count of 4-2. Justin Miller will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home seventh.
Justin Miller.
Gregory Polanco will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. Action now in that Colorado pen as a southpaw has stood up to throw out there. And he lays off there, 1-0. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Rayburn is in his tracks now. One gone.
And you'll see where this pitch is. It's up, but it's up far enough that he can't quite get on top of it. And he winds up lifting a lazy fly ball.
Into the box, Jung Ho Gong, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. And that Colorado bullpen comes to life now with a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
And this is how he's just going to mess with your mind up there. You wind up taking the pitches that are in the strike zone, and then you chase after the ones that are nowhere close. You know what? That is good pitching.
Hit hard back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Digging in, Jordy Mercer. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. On the ground to short. Could this be two? LeMahieu on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Bucks go down quietly as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Charlie Blackmon is set to take some more swings. He homered back in the third inning.
Charlie Blackmon.
Tony Watson will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
44, Tony Watson.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. In there, and it's even at 1.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Trying to go the other way. This is looped out toward third. And this will be gobbled up fairly easily down there at third for the first out.
Yep, you saw his numbers there just a moment ago, and he's got that ERA in the low 2s coming into play, and he continues to pitch effectively as he retires the first man to greet him here.
Nolan Arenado will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far. Shatters the bat as this is hit on the ground. On to first, and there are 2 down.
Oh, boy. On a nice summer afternoon, this will sting just a little bit. But on a cold night, that's going to make your hands feel like you've got a fistful of bumblebees.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez. Tapped out in front of home. Stewart scoops it up. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. They trail it here 4-2. Sean Rodriguez steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
Sean Rodriguez.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Rayburn is in pursuit. One out.
And this guy's one of those unsung type pitchers. He's not the setup guy. He's not the closer. But these are the guys that keep you in the ball games. And he's doing the job here.
Chris Stewart ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3. And this will be nowhere close as his control deserts him here. It's a 5-pitch walk.
And you'd like to say, good job there, good eye. But in reality, nobody's swinging at that pitch. It's not even close.
Matt Joyce will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning.
Joyce.
Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1. Hit out towards second. Descalzo. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Pittsburgh, PA. 9th inning about to start in this one. Neftali Feliz is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 30, Neftali Feliz.
Ryan Rayburn will be the man who will start things in the 9th as they go to work against Feliz.
This just isn't any closer. This is one of the top closers in the game, so good luck.
This is hit high and deep out to left. Back goes Polanco. Gone! A solo shot here to left as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
One rule for being a successful closer, you gotta keep the ball in the ballpark. Well, he's still got a lead to work with after this home run, but his margin for error is pretty much gone now.
In now, Ben Paulson. Tap fouled at home plate. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Feliz is ready, looking for the strikeout here on 0-2.
1-2.
Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2. Still no fastballs in the at-bat. It's been all off speed.
That's definitely by design. He's such a good fastball hitter. You don't want to give in to his strength.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Full count.
Nick Hundley is on deck, and he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Well, that's a hat trick for him now. His 3rd strikeout in the game, and I think the one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to go down looking. That's almost like admitting you're beat. That's a sinking feeling in that guy's stomach, man.
Nick Hundley is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Chopped in front of home plate. Stewart is up with it. On to first, and the Rockies are now down to their final out of the game.
Yeah, and you know, that's a nice play back there behind the plate. For a big guy, look how quickly he springs to his feet, gets rid of that mask, and then he finds the ball here to make the throw to first to get his man.
Stepping in now, Daniel Descalso, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Taken, called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee-high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Crowd on its feet. Here's Feliz to the plate. And he strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate, but could not cash in.
Well, he did serve up the home run here to make this one a little bit more interesting. But in the end, he does get the job done, and he nails down the save.
A tight ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim 1-run victory in the end as we get you one final look at our line score. And guys, victory wouldn't have been possible for the Pirates here without the start turned in by this man, Irvin Santana. What a performance he turned in. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Pirates win it 4-3. Good night from Pittsburgh.
Here now is our final line score tonight for the victorious Pirates. 4 runs on 10 hits. 1 error. They left 10.